All right, you might already be sitting on hundreds of dollars in cash with your photos and videos you already have. So let's turn that into cash with MicroStock. So what the heck is it? I'm gonna give you 10 tips. MicroStock is posting like pictures, videos, illustrations, even AI art nowadays. People can earn money from them. And the reason I do it, it's a lot of fun. I've had so much fun doing this. And you can earn some extra money too, okay? So let's talk about ways that we can make the most money from this, do the least amount of work, and have the most fun, okay? Okay, so let's talk about that. So number one thing when it comes to MicroStock, the biggest pain is all the stupid micro tags and the data you have to put into these platforms. What's so cool is we have AI now that's all the work for us. So the number one tip is to use AI as much as possible. That includes ChatGPT, Gemini, and there's a bunch of other platforms too. And all you have to do is plug this little thing into that system, and it'll give you all the information, all the tags, description, the titles, and all that crap. And I just plug it in there. And what's so cool about AI is sometimes I'll take a photo of something, I'll be like, what the hell did I take a photo of? And you just plug it into the AI and ask it, what is this? It will tell you exactly what's in the photo. It's so cool. And this whole system that you see, I'll put a link in the description to this post, and you can just steal it from me, okay, and use it. All right. Number two is you want to use multiple platforms, okay? I used to think that Shutterstock was owned 70% of the market. I was wrong. It's not. They're a big player, but there's a lot of other players as well. And I love Shutterstock. And it takes editorial content as well as commercial. And the difference is editorial is anything. There could be people in there, right? It could be like a brand. But commercial is more strict. If there's people, if there's a brand, recognized places, you have to get like releases and paperwork. So that's the difference. And you can do both. Okay. And I'll give you another tip too. When you take a photo and there's no, brand or, people, you don't need releases. You can just post it to commercial. Okay. There's Pond 5, which is another great place to do it as well. There's Adobe Stock. The only thing is they're very strict. They only take commercial. They don't take editorial. There's Deposit Photos, which I just got into, and I'm starting to post as well as Getty Images iStock, and that might be the biggest player. So what I'm trying to say is the same content you post to Shutterstock could be posted to all of these other platforms as well, so you make more money. Okay. All right, next up is tips on what to shoot for photos and videos. And this is the most common question, like what the heck do I take a photo of or video? And I honestly don't think anyone has the perfect answer. However, there's a couple of rules of thumbs. It all comes down to supply and demand, right? So what do we not take photos of? Okay, it's a waste of time. Well, what's way too popular, like landscapes. If you look at Shutterstock, there's 15.6 million images of sunset. So it's going to be really hard to break through. And touristy stuff like the Eiffel Tower, everyone's taking a photo of that thing. So unless it's very unique, I wouldn't even bother. Okay, so what's better? Anything different. You want to be different, differentiate or die, right? Here's some examples. People sitting in a cafe in their laptops, people sitting in a hospital, happy or frustrated people traveling, right? Christmas markets, summer festivals, religious stuff, right? Street food, local dishes, business stuff. People don't take pictures of business stuff, so that's another great idea. All right. Now, some people, what they do is they go to some unusual place and they'll just take a bunch of photos. And that does work. But what I recommend, what I do is throughout your day, if you see something unique and kind of cool, just take a photo of it, take a short video of it, and you're done. You kill two birds with one stone. So you don't go out of your way, right? Because if it doesn't sell, you're not wasting your time. So you still win. And it's a lot of fun. Like, I just went to this pirate festival and I saw some really cool stuff. I'm like, wow, that's really interesting. I'm going to take a photo and video of it. I'll post it, and who knows? It could work. All right, so top tips to taking photos and videos that sell. Let's talk about that. Vertical photos sell better than horizontal, like this, okay? They sell better like this than like that, all right? Same thing with videos. Videos like this sell better than that. However, you know, with mobile ads and social media, horizontal content is slowly rising. Now, if you're wondering, well, how long the video should be? The sweet spot is 6 seconds to 15 seconds. Boom, just like that. So if you have like a sign, just do a short little, you know, pan around it, you know, 6-10 seconds, you're done. Really easy. So let's talk about the mindset. The right mindset beats process every time. And some people go into a new venture with these unrealistic expectations. And I don't recommend that. You want to have fun. And I recommend the opposite and really have zero expectations. Just have fun. Don't expect to really make any money when you do. But you can make money. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely money in this. But don't have very high expectations. And you'll make more. I hope that makes sense. And I do this with all my content, even my YouTube channel. You know, I don't expect anyone to watch this. Everything is a bonus, right? That's what I recommend. And quality versus quantity. Well, I'll give you a story. A while ago, I made this TikTok video, right? I forgot to clean the lens. It was fuzzy. I messed up the editing. I was cutting out words. It was a shitty video. I still posted it. Guess what? That video did better than all the other videos I ever made. You just never know, okay? So when in doubt, post it. And when it comes to, so by doing more quantity, you'll figure out what works and what doesn't, okay? So if you're on the fence, just post it, okay? Worst case scenario, they reject it. Big deal. Next. So my aim is okay photos and videos, right? But speed. You know, you want to put more fishing hooks out in the ocean, okay? What are some ways to speed this up? Editing. I don't edit my photos. Some people do. I just find it's quicker not to. Same thing with my YouTube video. I don't edit YouTube videos. I just post them. It's just so much faster, right? Because you only have so many hours in the day. All right. Now, yeah. Another cool thing with Shutterstock, if it gets rejected, you can still make money from it because they'll use it to train AI. Okay, so it's still pretty cool. So the more images and videos that you have posted, the more chances that you'll make more money. Okay. Now this doesn't mean spam these places with the same content over and over again. You want different photos and videos of different things. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Equipment. I used to think that I didn't have the right equipment. I mean, look at this phone. This is, it's got tape on it. This is the cheapest phone that you could possibly get. There's nothing cheaper than this. Well, actually, there probably is, but this one's like cheap. I still make money with this. I've still made money with this. So you don't need like insane gear. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, some gear is can do a little bit better. And so don't use that as an excuse not to do this. Even with your cell phone camera, you can make money at this. And there's ways. I'll give you one more tip too. With like these cameras, when you zoom in, the quality gets bad. So that's why they have multiple lenses on these phones. It's so cheap. It has one lens. But there's extensions that you can use so that you can zoom out with your phone. And obviously, there's cameras that are better quality, which you can always invest in if you want. So yeah. Next up is find what works and double down, right? And after a while, you'll learn things from stats, what's working, what's not. So you want to double down what's working, right? Another thing is always be learning. That's another tip too, because what's so cool about Microstock is if you love getting out and traveling, I love doing that. I love getting outdoors, seeing weird stuff. You can make money doing that. And if you're stuck at home, you can still make money. A while ago, I took a class with like CapCut editing and, you know, making these little edits and selling them. And I didn't really like it, but you may. There's AI art, there's illustrations, you know, which I'm looking to getting into as well. So you can make money with that as well. Plus we have crypto. That opens up a lot of doors. So always be learning. So there's some tips on getting started into microstock and what it's about and how to make money. And it's passive income. Once you post these photos and videos, they can make money, years into the future. So it's pretty cool. And again, for this blog post, I'll put it down below in the link so that way you can kind of go over it. And I talk about equipment in more detail in this post. I talk about how to steal that little thing from ChatGPT and what I put into it. That helps a ton. Okay, it really does. And you can check it out. I'll put the link down below in the description. So hopefully this video might have been at least a little helpful to you, okay? You have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.